in a Chicago cafe. The chefs are the best and the menus are so gourmet. The best cuisine on the scene is in Chicagoland, USA. Great chefs of Chicago. Great chefs of Chicago. World-class cooking, continental style. The recipe will make you linger a little while. Great chefs of Chicago.
Welcome to Great Chefs of Chicago, a television masterclass with chefs of some of the finest restaurants in the Chicago metropolitan area. This time, the Cottage and Chef Carolyn Buster. Born on a farm near Hammond, Indiana, she was the youngest of 7 girls and began cooking early. As with many of the new generation of American chefs, she did not wend her way through the European apprentice system, but studied here and abroad, then worked a stint with Louis Zathmary of the bakery in Chicago. Chef Buster, with husband and co-owner Jerry, opened the Cottage over a decade ago in Calumet City. It is a curious location for the recreation of a French country inn. Calumet City has traditionally been a manufacturing site for Chicago and has been over the years informally annexed into the metro galaxy. It is not exactly Lyon. One food writer described it as the culinary wilds of Chicago. Nevertheless, the Cottage has generated richly deserved critical and customer acclaim while winning Mobile Travel Guide Awards since 1978 and Travel Holiday Awards since 1980.
The Cottage Schnitzel is a signature dish. The batter coating the pork scallops is 2 eggs, 2 tablespoons of flour and Parmesan cheese, 1/2 cup milk, chopped parsley, nutmeg, salt, and pepper.
We choose to use pork tenderloin for this particular dish. We have, over the years, made it with veal. I've had guests write to me saying they've made it with chicken. The batter certainly adapts itself well to fish, using the same basic procedure, dipping it in the batter, sautéing, and finishing with lemon butter. We've removed the false fillet from the tenderloin. We're going to scrape away the top surface just to expose the silver skin. We're going to loosen it, and we're going to pull the silver skin right off. Pork tenderloins never come, or I should say rarely come, pre-trimmed. But it's a very easy job to do. Takes at most maybe 5 minutes. And it's a wonderful cut of meat. And we're going to pound them into even-shaped medallions. And as you can see, I just folded in that little piece that was loose. If you keep turning in the edges as you're pounding, the texture of the meat is very soft, so it's very easily pounded. We're just going to dip them lightly in flour first. It's plain flour, it is not seasoned at all. Just to lightly coat them, shake them off, and put them in the batter. At this point, it's very important to let the schnitzels fry until you see them starting to brown around the edges. If you try to move them ahead of time, the batter is going to fall off and you're not going to have a nice finished product. When you see it beginning to brown around the edges, and you'll see a little bit of, you can loosen it from the bottom and again, maybe spin it around so that it's cooking evenly on all sides. It's very important that they're only turned once and that they're brown enough once you begin to turn them, because if you try to move them too quickly or too soon, the batter's going to fall off. You can see now it's brown and crispy around the edges, and it's going to be brown on the other side. simply deglaze the pan with the fresh lemon juice. The amount of lemon juice really depends on the size of the skillet and the amount of butter used. The butter, of course, is determined by the size of the skillet. You want them to be generously cooked in the butter. Which then provides enough sauce for the finished product.
Chicagoland, yeah, you get Chicagoland.